Crude Expansion Project News.
For our lineup this week, we're going to talk about safe welding and cutting. We'll visit with Fugro as they celebrate a major milestone. And we'll take a look at some of the animals that have been showing up around the CEP as spring sets in. Welcome to the CEP News. I'm Jody Bourgeois filling in for Amy this week. First up, Chad Penley has a safety critical standard on compressed gas cylinders.
Hello, I'm Chad Penley here with another safety critical standard. Today we're going to talk about compressed gas cylinders. Compressed gas cylinders must not be used or stored in such a way that would cause a release of gas or energy.
Hoy vamos a hablar de cilindros de gases comprimidos. Los cilindros de gases comprimidos no deben usarse o guardarse de modo que causen fugas de gas o energía.
The cylinders must be stored in an upright position and secure to prevent falling. Storage areas must be posted to indicate the type of gas present.
Los cilindros deben de guardarse parados y agarrados para que no se caigan. Las áreas donde guardan los cilindros deben tener letreros indicando el tipo de gas.
Also on your bottle inspection, make sure that it's current on the dates of the bottle for your hydrostatic testing. On the bottles it will be stamped with a date. It will have a plus and a star by the date that's good for 10 years. If it does not have both of those symbols, it's only good for 5 years for the hydrostatic testing.
También, inspeccione de cilindro, asegure que el hydrostatic esté corriente. Los cilindros serán estampados con fecha y símbolo de suma y estrella al lado de la fecha, y fecha será buena por 10 años.
And protective caps must be in place when a cylinder is in transport or not in use. It may not be used for lifting or hoisting the cylinder.
Deben tener la tapa puesta al transportarlos y cuando no están en uso, y no deben levantarlos enganchados de la tapa.
Flammable gases and oxygen must be stored in separate areas or protected by an acceptable 1-hour rated firewall.
Los cilindros de oxígeno y gas flamables deben de guardarse en áreas separadas o protegidos por una pared resistente de 1 hora de fuego.
During hot weather, cylinders must not be stored in direct sunlight.
Durante la temperatura calurosa, no deben exponerse a la luz directa del sol.
Gas cylinders hoisted by crane must be secured in a suitable cage. It should never be lifted by rope, chain, or magnet.
Al levantarlos con grúa, deben asegurarse de colocarlos en un contenedor apropiado y nunca usar cuerdas, cadenas o imán.
Compressed gas cylinders must not be placed where they can become part of an electrical circuit or exposed to electrical sources.
Los cilindros de gases comprimidos no deben colocarse en donde pueden ser parte de un circuito eléctrico o exponerse a fuentes de energía eléctrica. Recuerde, siempre planee su trabajo, inspeccione su equipo y estar consciente de estas normas críticas de seguridad.
Remember to always plan your work, inspect your equipment, and be mindful of the safety critical requirements. Thanks for coming in. Muchas gracias por venir hoy.
Next up, Fugro has been on site for over 3 years without a single recordable injury, and we sent our news crew to join in the fun as they celebrated this amazing achievement.
That's right, CEP. We heard about the stellar safety record over here at Fugro, and we wanted to join in with their celebration for 3 years without a recordable injury. So I'm here with Kevin Williams. Kevin, tell us a little bit about what's going on today.
Well, we're celebrating 3 years today with 0 recordables in our construction materials testing division out here on the Motiva site. We've got a really good crew here that's really strived for the past 3 years to maintain a good safe record. We're celebrating with barbecue from a local joint, and we've got some cheesecake that we're fixing to dig into.
Well, looking at Fugro for 2 years and having a 0 recordable for 3, I would have to say a strong leadership, and they have a good communication with their workers, and that has to start first.
You know, it's a tight-knit group. You know, we always look out for each other, and, you know, we're just there watching for everybody.
I want to thank every one of you for being out here and working safe and making this job the success that it is, because with Fugro, you represent our interest out there, and your safety is part of that. And I want to thank each and one of you. I appreciate it.
Once again, CEP, that's 3 years with no recordable injuries. You guys give yourselves a round of applause. All right, back to you, Jody.
Thanks, Eric. Now Shane Turpin is here to bring us some important information on the hazards of fumes while welding and cutting galvanized metals.
Hello, I'm Shane Turpin, Industrial Hygiene Technician for the CEP. Today I'd like to review the hazards of fumes and gases generated from welding and cutting galvanized metals, which has a zinc coating.
Hoy quiero repasar los peligros de gases y humos generados al soldar y cortar metal galvanizado que tiene una capa de zinc.
When this metal is heated during welding or cutting, it produces fumes, which is simply a cloud of vaporized metal.
Cuando este metal se caliente durante la soldadura o el corte, produce humos que son simplemente una nube de metal vaporizado.
This smoky haze is made up of extremely small particles of zinc oxide. And if you are breathing these fumes and not using proper personal protection, after a short period of time, you may start to experience symptoms of metal fume fever.
Este humo niebla está formado por partículas extremadamente pequeñas de óxido de zinc, y si usted lo respira sin usar protección personal apropiada, después de un corto periodo de tiempo, usted puede empezar a experimentar o sentir síntomas de fiebre de humo metálico.
Some of these symptoms include severe thirst, pain in your legs, shivering, head congestion, and dryness and tickling of the throat. These symptoms usually last for 24 hours, but can return the next time you start to weld or cut.
Algunos de estos síntomas incluyen mucha sed, dolor en las piernas, escalofríos y estremecimientos, congestión en la cabeza y resequedad y picazón en la garganta. Estos síntomas durante usualmente 24 horas, pero regresan la siguiente vez que empieza a soldar o cortar.
So, to protect yourself when you are welding, cutting, or working near someone who is, you should make sure your area is well ventilated.
Así que para proteger, si está soldando o cortando o está junto a alguien que lo está haciendo, usted debe asegurarse que el área está bien ventilada.
Position yourself upwind of welding or cutting operations, allowing the fumes to flow downwind.
Póngase en posición de modo que el viento se lleva el humo.
Use a grinder to remove all preservative metal coatings on the material you will be working with, at least 3 inches for torch cutting and 2 inches for welding.
Use el pulidor grinder para quitar la capa de galvanizado por lo menos 3 pulgadas cuando va a cortar y 2 cuando va a soldar.
In situations where the galvanized material cannot be removed, wear an approved respirator that will fit underneath your welding helmet.
En situaciones cuando no se puede remover el material galvanizado, use un respirador apropiado que se le ajuste bien bajo la carreta y soldar.
If you find white dust inside your welding or cutting shield, you may not be properly protected from fumes.
Si encuentra polvo blanco adentro de la carreta, entonces tal vez usted no está bien protegido de los humos.
And do not eat or drink or smoke in areas contaminated by welding or cutting fumes.
No comer, fumar o beber en áreas contaminadas con humo de corte de soldadura.
And finally, wash your hands and face thoroughly with soap and water after you finish welding or cutting.
Y finalmente, lávese las manos y la cara completamente con agua y jabón después de terminar de soldar o cortar.
Remember, you should remove all preservative coatings. Respiratory protection is the last acceptable means of exposure control. Engineering or administrative controls are preferable.
Recuerde, remueva todas las capas preservadoras del metal. La protección respiratoria es la última manera aceptable de controlar la exposición. Los controles administrativos o de ingeniería son preferibles.
Consult your supervisor or safety representative for additional information. And once again, I'm Shane Turpin. Keep it safe, CEP.
As the weather warms up and we roll into spring, chances are you've already come across some unexpected wildlife in your work area. The birds, the bees, the gators, and even the occasional raccoon have been showing up all over the CEP. So what do you do if you see one of these animals in your work area?
Contact your supervisor, have them call the environmental group. If you can't get hold of the environmental group, then contact the local safety person, and we will get it addressed.
Remember, the CEP is home for some of these critters, so please give him some room. Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks for watching and keep it safe, CEP.
If you have questions, comments, or would like a copy of today's broadcast, please email us at contactus@cepnews.tv.